Here is question 4 on sequences. Well, we have taken a variety of questions in this question bank, and this one is to get the equation from the graph, okay, the general term from the graph. It says determine general term from the graph of the function f of n. Normally we write n for sequences where n is set of natural numbers. Find the 10th term using your answer above. So once you get a general term, you can find T10. Here's the graph. Have a close look at the graph. It says f of n and numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, and the values are, here it is 7, and then 5, 3, 1. Well, it's a straight line, easy equation to write, but the idea is to understand how to write equation from a graph. So what first step is, write down all the terms. So term number 1 is, so we say T1 is 7, right? T2 is 5. T3 is 3. T4 is 1. That is the first step. And the second step is relate term number with the term value. Now 1 to 7, 2 to 5, 3 to 3, 4 to 1, like that. And then give a general formula, right? So here we can see the sequence is going down by 2. So 2 has to do something with your formula, right? So that is how you can, so 2 has to do something with your formula. So 2 times 1 is 2, and how will you get 7? So that is how you have to relate the terms, right? Another thing important here is it is actually going down by 2. So as you go from term 1 to term 2, then this is a factor, it is going down by 2, so it is minus 2. Do you see that? This is like minus 2 each time. So if I have to give iterative solution, then I will say take away 2 from the previous term. Now here I need to find a general solution, so it is minus 2. So think like this, minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. How will you get 7? You will get 7 by adding 9 to it, right? That makes sense. Second thing is, if you extend this line, it will have an intercept on the y-axis of f of n at, if you see the pattern, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right? At 9. So if you use the equation of line y equals to mx plus b, also that can help you to get the equation. Y-intercept is 9, and the slope is negative, correct? Negative 2. So we get Tn here as negative 2 times n, the term number. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. How will you get 7? When you add 9 to it, right? So once you get a formula, test it out. So if I say 4, negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, and negative 8 plus 9 is plus 1, and that's how you get it. Well, part B of this is find the 10th term using your above answer. So this is Tn, and then 10th term will be T10, which you can find by replacing n with 10, right? So we get minus 20 plus 9, which is minus 11. Correct? So that is your answer for the 10th term. Now let's move on to the second graph. Let me call this as graph A, and this is graph B, okay? Now here, this is no more linear, right? It is kind of, you could say, exponential or quadratic in nature. So let's figure out. So let's try to plug in the values. Okay, let's get the first write down the terms. So 1 is, shows 1. Let me write this 1. And here the value at 2 as 2. The value at 3 is 4. Value at 4 is 8. Value at 5 is 16. Okay. Now how are they related? Well, we can say they are times 2, right? So it is Oh, it's just 2 to the power of 1 is 2 to the power of 1 is 2, and 2 to the power of 2 is this. Okay, so this I can write as term numbers. So we have to give them, well, you can use these term numbers. These are your term numbers, right? So 2 to the power of 1 is 2, but here we have 1. And 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 4 is there. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. It is here. So it is like t n could be written as 2 to the power of n minus 1, right? Because that's what we notice. If I write now 2 to the power of n is 1, a term number n is 1, then I write 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 to the power of 0 is 1. That makes sense. If I write n as 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 to the power of 1 is 2. It works, correct? So that's how it is. You can test 2 to the power of 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2, 8. And 8 times 2, 16. Oh, that should be, I wrote it wrong, 16, right? 8 times 2, 16, and that works, right? Now, the part B is find the 10th term. So Tn will be 2 to the power of 10 minus 1, which is 2 to the power of 9. Do you remember what is 2 to the power of 10? 2 to the power of 10 is 1024 kilobytes, correct? And minus 1 means divide by 2. Understand that part, okay? So it's 1024 divided by 2. You can always use a calculator, right? So, but I will use 1024 divided by 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 5. 1. 2 is your answer, right? This is also a very interesting question. Normally they'll give you a value. Let's say they'll say if 2 to the power of 10 is 1024, then what should be 2 to the power of 9? It should be divided by 2, right? You get the next, right? They are in the geometric series. I hope you understand this, and you also learn that there are ways to find general term of your sequence from the graph. Thank you.